Yeah, better days there. But, man, speaking of content creating, though, so I honestly do think you were there before me. I know we already brought up that video that you made, airing some of your thoughts about it. What are you seeing from the content creator side right now? Because I think it's a little quiet. It's a little bit of a lull. There's a lot of people really doing well for themselves. A lot of people are really growing their base, their communities. It's really good to see, and they're doing it in whatever way they can, due to the content that's out there. But what's your vibe right now for like the content creator scene?
You put it perfectly. It is a bit of a lull, but it depends what sort of content you're making. So, funny enough, in a tweet today, and someone picked up on it and said it was quite a good one. I was basically saying that content creators are doing different things. Some people are making like wacky cast. I don't really watch these channels, by the way, but I know of them and I do see them. Brutal VR. It's all about violence and it's all about, well, just violence. And then you've got the VR news, and then you've got the tech tips kind of thing. You know, what's this latest hack? What's this latest thing that's coming? You know, hype and stuff. And then you've got gaming channels, which, to break the mold, being a general gaming channel is pretty tough.
Yeah, very much.
So, and to be fair, like, I've sort of dabbled in doing other bits. Podcast is probably one of the best things for me because I just want to talk about virtual reality. I love talking about it. So I'm really glad that we're starting a new one soon. And
talk about it a little bit. You're welcome to plug it here if you want.
Oh, no. It's coming up in September. Literally, actually, I've got a meeting today. I'm really trying to make it something special and something a bit that people can really, really enjoy and really get their teeth into, and it'll help kind of take some pressure off me for the indie side of things. Because like in that YouTube video where I said I'm having some problems, I want to support developers as well, and I do want to do that. And the problem is, analytically, it won't be good for your channel to keep just chucking games that you think are meh, but they need some exposure. And then, but no one's going to be watching it. They're not going to care. And like, it's already hard now with a game that is semi-well known. If a game isn't known at all, it'd be tough. So the idea is there's going to be a VR Trend magazine getting involved, and they're going to do an indie. Yeah, they're fantastic, mate. I'll take it you're in part of the magazine and all that stuff, aren't you? Obviously.
Yeah, I've done it once, but both Daniel and Cody, I mean, they're workhorses. Like, they're beast.
Yeah. And what they're doing is, well, I never thought I'd see it. Like, having a physical VR magazine is amazing, and seeing like Thrill on the front, like a content creator, is just wow. Well, I actually have been in the magazine thinking about it, and I was like, wow, I'm in a magazine. But yeah, so they're going to be doing a indie corner. That's going to be one of the things. And what I'm hoping to do as well is integrate Spatial Ape. So I sort of put the feelers out on whether to do the whole show in VR.
Give everyone a little idea what Spatial Ape is. I don't think they're as well known yet.
Yeah, it's pretty new. Spatial Ape, it does seem to be the next social metaverse kind of app. You have a certain particular world. I think you can have up to 50 people in it. And I went into a meeting in there to talk to the guy. At the time, I was going to put the whole show in there. And there was a game developer, and he was showing off his game. And I sort of went in there and I was listening, because you can have like sound bubbles. So if you're in this bubble, then you only hear people inside the bubble. And there was like other games all around. And it was really great to listen to developers talk about virtuality. But the other thing they really liked doing was actually having the ability to do it. Was like, they're throwing ideas back and forth, and all this stuff. It was really cool. So when I put the feelers out that I was going to put the show into virtuality, a lot of people said that the current only virtuality show is Upload. They do their whole
they do
podcast. Yeah. They, to the point I get confused about who they really look like sometimes. And they said they find it quite a disconnect sometimes. It doesn't come across very humane sometimes for some people.
That. I can't watch it. I'll be honest, just on mine, I've seen them, and Jamie, I think he does a great job with Jamie Feltham does a great job with Upload VR, and they are my go-to. Road to VR and them are my two that I watch. They both present VR in entirely different manners. Road to VR is much more analytical. I love them both, but that show, no shade to it, just the medium that they're doing it through, I can't connect with personally. That's just me.
So that is It's not just you though. So, funny enough, you know, personally, I can watch it and I don't mind it. And I've done shows in the past in virtuality. I kind of thought, how cool is it to talk about virtuality in virtuality? But it's fine for if you and me were in it now, in the headset. That's fine. We've got that. I think workrooms in Oculus.
Yeah,
one of the best ones I've used, literally. And I was puzzled why, and it just felt like we were really there. It felt like we was really talking. I don't know whether it's because of expressions or the way the eyes move, or there's obviously something going on that is particularly clever that made me think. I really felt like I hung out with Mike, Matt, and whoever else, you know, and Terrell. It was a strange one. So anyway, feedback was a bit of a disconnect. So the idea is, what I'm hoping to do is the indie developers who are in VR Trend magazine then have a segment in Spatial Ape. So we do an after show party. And we all go over to Spatial Ape, and there will be the developer with his game there and all his information. And then the guys who are interested in the game can talk to him and talk to us. And so I wanted to try and bring the two together. That's the idea. That's what I want to do.
So with this new type of content that you guys are doing, how do you find? Because obviously we just keep going back to that video of me, but with this new type of content, how do you find your happiness within making that? Like, what is different here versus making a video that you can just find your happiness a little easier, where you don't lose your mind? Because YouTube is a mind fuck, and I have no problem saying that.
I hate the algorithm, but it's obviously I just think now's not a great time for VR content creators in general, unless you are in a niche, unless you are doing a particular kind of content. You know, there's got to be something. It's got to be VR news, tech, violence. They seem to be like the really big things. And it doesn't.
That last one, violence. Well, I never thought. No, you're right. You're right. Not just
violence. Yeah, the word brutal is just everywhere. And it doesn't. I don't know if that helps VR grow. I know it helps them grow, and it looks great and it's fun. But I don't know how many people watch that and then go, "I'm gonna go and buy a VR headset now." I don't know. I don't know the answer, and I wonder.
It's a good question. It kind of gets brought up a lot with like Joshdubs. And his crew. A lot of people bring that up, where there's.
I do watch their TikToks.
Yeah, a lot of people love Joshdubs and Eddie and that entire crew. They think they're hilarious. Other people think it's like one of the worst things that ever happened to VR, because that's the vibe you're putting out. I try to like compartmentalize my boomer mentality on that versus my like early adopter, like futurist mind. I think it can go both ways. In my opinion, I think they're really good for VR. I think camaraderie and comedy are unifiers throughout the world. Like, funny is funny. Now, you got to pass language barriers sometimes, but funny is funny, and funny is happiness to a lot of people. So if Joshdubs and them all are, unfortunately, sometimes going to the fringes of what's acceptable to get those laughs, I just hope that, because I don't follow them a lot, so I see clips of their funniest stuff, but all I can hope is that if you're watching them for a long time, that they're still showing their true colors of being good people, which I assume they are, and are building their community up where, yes, this is hilarious, this is funny, but there's a limit, and they help their users know that. But ultimately, I think they're pretty good for VR. It's just a lot of people are watching them.
I would definitely say you need them there. You need them there because they might not sell loads of VR headsets, but they will attract VR people. People will go, how are you doing this? Like, this doesn't look normal. So for anyone who thinks that's the worst thing to happen to VR, I would definitely say that's not correct. Like, it's a good thing they're there, regardless of the content. Maybe, I don't know, maybe someone making an info video on a headset will create more people to want to go and buy a VR headset, but it's still going to be a percentage, whatever it will be, that someone will go, VR chat. Oh, VR chat. Oh, right, VR. Yeah. I need to get in there. I need to do that. I want to become the little green guy. I don't know what his name is. And you see him all running around. Do you know what I mean?
The no square guy.
The no square guy. Yes. Yeah. He's now become the cummy person or something. The other day I was saying on TikTok, I was like, oh my God, dude. Like, it is funny. I love what they're doing. I love whatever. There's nothing. I don't think there's any content out there that I would be against.
No.
I don't think there is. No. Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
What would you be against? Like, people having fun or expect, like, unless they're just purposely going to VR chat to be racist and be assholes, which they wouldn't last long on social media because that's just immediately banned. who's doing anything bad. They're just
Yeah.
expressing themselves in different ways. And if that gets their clips on TikTok where people view them daily, now they're going to get recommended other VR clips then from other people. And that's
Yep.
just like a daily VR allowance. And maybe it takes them 10 years to get into it, but it might have taken them, they might have never gotten into it if they didn't have those clips constantly being pushed to them. I find a lot of decisions that I make are not usually based off the initial thing I see. Like I didn't ever see one VR thing and go, yep, that's today, we're buying it. It's usually a build-up of little things over time that go, okay, it's time. That was the tipping point. Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and fireside chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.